The morning sun warmed the grass as William pushed forward with his small wooden bucket. Chewy moved in tight, rhythmic circles, his tail whipping through the air.
Bubbles trailed close behind, her head bobbing with every step. William slowed, his gaze locking onto a sharp glint buried near a dandelion patch. He dropped to his knees, fingers digging into the earth until he pulled out a smooth,
polished pebble that caught the light like a trapped star. He held it up, turning it slowly. Chewy nudged his knuckles with a wet, cold nose, his paws shuffling in the dirt. Bubbles stepped forward,
tilting her head to inspect the find with a sharp, curious peck against the metal-like surface. The three of them froze, locked in a circle of quiet observation.
It was a small discovery, but in the stillness of the yard, it felt like the start of something larger.
The pebble rested in William's palm, reflecting the bright sky, while the puppy and the hen leaned in, their focus entirely on the silver treasure. The silver stone wobbled in William's fingers, then slipped. It struck the ground with a soft thud and began to roll down the gentle grassy slope. William lunged,
his small feet stumbling over the uneven turf. Chewy saw the movement and bolted, barking a sharp, high-pitched note of excitement. Bubbles took flight, her wings beating a frantic,
rhythmic tempo as she hopped and fluttered behind them. The pebble picked up speed, bouncing over roots and pebbles before coming to a sudden stop against the gnarled, moss-covered base of the ancient oak tree. William reached it first, his hand slapping down over the treasure to keep it from moving again. He sat back on his heels, breathing hard, while Chewy circled him, panting with a wagging tail. Bubbles landed nearby, clucking in approval. William retrieved his small box from the ground, pushed the lid open, and carefully tucked the pebble inside. He snapped the latch shut. The first piece of their collection was safe, resting securely within the wooden frame, signaling the end of their first successful hunt. A rhythmic, low-frequency sound drifted through the air, vibrating against the quiet of the morning. William stopped mid-stride, his head tilting toward the horizon. Chewy froze, his ears pricking upward at the sudden intrusion of noise. Bubbles ceased her foraging, her neck extended toward the street. Driven by a new curiosity, the trio navigated toward the sound, following the path to the local fire station. The building loomed ahead, wide and industrial. As they neared, several individuals in heavy gear stepped out,
their faces breaking into welcoming grins as they caught sight of the visitors.
One of them motioned toward the garage, where a massive red truck sat with its engine silent but its presence undeniable. William approached the vehicle, his hand resting on the cool, metallic surface of the bumper. With a gentle lift, he was placed into the driver's seat. His fingers gripped the large, smooth wheel. He looked out over the dashboard, his eyes widening as he surveyed the height and the scale of the machine. The truck felt like a mountain, and for a moment, he sat perfectly still, absorbing the sheer magnitude of the engine and the gleaming chrome that reflected the world around him.
The next day, the air itself felt charged. Rhythmic percussion and distant cheering drew the trio toward the town square.
As they rounded the corner, the rodeo grounds opened up before them, a sprawling expanse of activity. Music pulsed from hidden speakers, vibrating through the ground under William's feet. He stopped, his gaze darting between the rhythmic beat and the blur of motion near the gate. Chewy trotted beside him,
tail wagging in sync with the drumbeat, while Bubbles stayed close, her head bobbing to the tempo.
Suddenly, a group of horses surged past, their hooves striking the earth with a steady, heavy thud that kicked up like clouds of dust. The smell of sun-warmed grass and dry earth filled the air.
William began to move faster, his hands lifting to point as a parade float drifted by, adorned with bright colors that caught the sunlight. He waved both hands, his movements mirroring the energy of the crowd.
A local rider approached, slowing their mount to a walk. They reached down, offering a paper hat to William,
a small fabric strip to Chewy, and a feather ribbon to Bubbles. The trio stood at the center of the spectacle,
surrounded by the sights and sounds of the bustling grounds, fully caught up in the surge of the afternoon. The sun dipped below the horizon, leaving the sky a deep, bruised purple. The town park transformed, the space filling with streamers that swayed in the cooling breeze. William walked onto the grass and spread out a blanket. He sat down, his legs crossed, and waited. Chewy circled the perimeter 3 times before curling up tight against William's side. Bubbles tucked her head.
Settling into the soft earth near his feet, a sudden whistle pierced the silence, followed by a sharp crack.
A brilliant bloom of red light erupted overhead, showering sparks across the darkness. Then came the blue, then the white, each bloom expanding like a silent, glowing flower in the velvet void. William tilted his head back, his eyes tracking the trails of light as they faded into shimmering embers.
The park fell into a hush, the only sound the rhythmic pop of the display as it painted the clouds.
Every few seconds, a new cascade of color washed over the blanket, reflecting in the stillness of the trio. They did not move. They did not speak. They simply watched as the night sky became a canvas, the light pulses holding them in a quiet, collective spell of wonder. The morning air was crisp, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. Standing at the base of the big hill, the slope rose sharply against the horizon. William took the first step.
His boots finding purchase on the packed dirt. Chewy bounded ahead, his paws kicking up small pebbles, while Bubbles followed with a steady,
rhythmic walk. The path was uneven, winding through patches of tall grass and gnarled roots.
Halfway up, William stopped. He knelt, his fingers brushing a leaf. A ladybug rested there,
bright and still. He watched it for a long moment before moving on. A few yards further, he spotted a smooth stone, gray and cool to the touch, and tucked it into his pocket. Bubbles paused near a cluster of ferns, her head tilting as she plucked a fallen feather from the ground. The climb grew steeper, the ground yielding under their weight. But they did not stop. Each discovery kept their pace steady,
turning the ascent into a search for small wonders. They rounded a bend, the path narrowing into a trail of loose gravel.
Ahead, the incline leveled slightly, revealing the final stretch of the climb. They pressed forward, their silhouettes moving steadily toward the peak, drawn by the pull of the summit. The final step brought them to the flat, open peak. William stood tall, his chest rising and falling as he looked down at the town sprawling beneath them. The roads were thin ribbons, and the houses looked like scattered blocks. Chewy sat beside him, his ears pricked, scanning the horizon. Bubbles stood at the very edge of the grass,
her head bobbing in rhythm with the wind. The breeze brushed against them, cool and steady.
William spread his arms wide, feeling the space around him. They had walked every mile, from the backyard to the fire station,
through the rodeo, and into the night. Now, they stood at the center of it all. No more paths to follow, no more maps to unfold. Just the height, the horizon, and the quiet satisfaction of having traveled the distance together. They remained there, still and silent, watching the world stretch out before them.